Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to iTrack, one of the latest reaction channels on YouTube. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. Spam that like button for me. Go ahead and join the iTrack family. Keep up. The channel has been growing a lot recently. Comments been going crazy recently. I try to get back to everybody. Super chats, memberships always get first priority. Other than that, just be patient. I get to you. Personally, I love interacting with the iTrack fam. Today, I got a handful of creepy TikToks for us to go ahead and evaluate whether we think that they're facts or fake. Per usual, you know how this thing goes. Go ahead and sit back and let's go ahead and evaluate what's going on out here. And try not to get creeped out too much. Alright, let's get into it.
What was that? You guys. I got that.
An inventor of the iPhone left Apple to create a device that could destroy Apple. And we just had the first look. This is Imran, one of 6 people on the original iPhone team. His name is the first on the patent of slide to unlock. But a few years ago, he left Apple to start working on a new device. And we just got the first look. First, we have the screen. It's projected onto your hand because the device is almost invisible. Imran thinks the future isn't a screen that we glue our eyes to, but instead devices that can disappear while becoming a part of us. And number 2, we have the vision system. The device's camera can identify what's in front of you. Then the AI can give advice like whether you should eat it. And number 1, we have real-time translation. On stage, he is translating speech into another language, which speaks in his own voice, not Siri, so
hold on to your hats.
I could definitely see some of that being useful.
Though, because this club was unique. It was rumored to be a basketball club with a twist. These 2 charming stars like to shoot hoops without clothes on. It looks like the court was full of more than just basketballs bouncing around. And here's the icing on the cake. Jamie Foxx himself told the truth about who else was in this scandalous club. And this is why Diddy is freaking out. Friends, get ready, because some of the brave people in this exciting story could be your favorite celebs. Jamie Foxx has been denying for years that he was involved in a controversial basketball game for gay people. When he was asked about the scandalous pictures of him playing hoops with a group of men, he used fancy footwork to avoid answering the question and changed his answers to make them sound better. But here's the truth. The truth couldn't be kept secret for too long. The juicy rumor came up again when a brave woman went on TikTok and spilled the beans in a big way. Her jaw-dropping video shows that almost all of the successful male celebrities not only went to the scandalous basketball game, but also played in it in their birthday suits.
7-year-old Crystal heard about these celebrity butt naked basketball.
The A-listers were playing at the top of their games. So who did she say were the main people to blame for this hot court case? Now, my friends, it gets really interesting. Just as this TikTok video was getting popular and causing a commotion, the woman removed it and put up another one.
I want to know who was probably at these games. Just look at who P. Diddy and Jamie Foxx have been hanging around for years.
What went wrong, you ask? Well, it looks like she got a strange phone call from someone who didn't want to be named and told her to take down the video. The person went on to say in a TikTok that she recently made some videos and that someone saw those videos. She received a call and now wants to apologize to everybody she may have affected. She said she takes back everything she said and that the tapes are now private. But you can see that the internet remembers things like no other place. It never forgets. Even though Crystal's video may have mysteriously
If you're scared, go to church.
disappeared into the digital void, don't worry, I have all the juicy information from that elusive video. Her mom worked at a radio station and Crystal was always with her listening to all the juicy stories. Crystal finally got a job at a radio station where she heard a lot of adults talking about the famous game that everyone wants to know more about. First, she wanted to refrain from saying anything about these reports. But after what happened to Jamie Foxx, Crystal thought it was time. Crystal says that if you want to know who was in these scandalous clubs, you must look at Diddy's inner group. During an Instagram Live, Crystal said that Diddy would bring a lot of the most famous people in Hollywood to his house for a men-only basketball game. There, they would take off all their clothes and play hoops. But Crystal, you're not the only one spilling the beans, are you? For example, in the interview at the Breakfast Club, DJ Envy asked Jamie Foxx about the scandalous basketball games without being afraid.
So, who are we?
We are the gods and goddesses of this earth, of this realm. But we don't come from this realm. I remember a lot of my past lives. Like, I know for a fact that I'm from Orion's belt. You have some people that's from Pleiades. You have some people that's from Sirius A, Sirius B. We have to realize that we are eternal beings, eternal creatures. Death is an illusion. All death means is that you're no longer sustaining this vehicle, but you have many different vehicles. There is no dimension of densities where you can travel to. Even in your dreams, you're in a body, right? When you're daydreaming, you're in a body. There is no dimension where you're not in the body. It's just different types of bodies you inhabit. You have terrestrial.
Right off the rip, I can sense a lot of facts coming right from this man.
Bodies, you have celestial bodies, and you have aquatic bodies, because all of us come from the water. You see what I'm saying? So if I ask who we are all. We are consciousness. We are God experiencing itself in 7 billion different people because it wanted to experience its creation. If you were all knowing and omnipotent and all seeing, and you created something, you will want to experience what you created. You want to enjoy the fruits of your labor. How can you do that if you don't inhabit a body because you're a consciousness? What the mind would do is create a body to experience reality. What do you think the reason for hands for I can touch things? You know the best analogy? Look at a baby. A baby runs around, put everything in his mouth, uses hands for everything, on his knees, it gets into everything. Why? Because it's using his body as a toolbox to figure out reality, to experience. We are here to experience. So who we are God. We are consciousness experiencing itself in a physical, terrestrial, or celestial form.
And we go.
Now here is a video with irrefutable proof of demons at work. Now watch closely. Performing such a feat defies gravity, something scientifically and physically impossible. Here is where it gets really interesting. Look closely. You notice that black shadow or demon behind
I know I'm not the only one that just watched that little boy get choked out.
him? Again, performing this is totally impossible without the help of an entity. Did you see it? The demon has been behind, assisting him all the while. Climbing up invisible steps? Just how did he do this? Can you make out that translucent pair of black hands catching him? So, how did this little boy pull off all of these impressive stunts? Is he dabbling with black arts and demons? The ending is really interesting as the demon finally shows itself. So, is this demons at work? As always, you decide.
God damn. Oh my god, what is that? Oh my god! What is that? God damn. Oh my god! What is that? God damn. Oh my god, what is that? Oh my god! What is that? God damn. Oh my god, what is that? Oh my god! What is that? God damn. Oh my god, what is that?
That's cap. That's what that is.
Oh my god! What is that? God damn. Oh my god, what is that? Oh my god! What is that?
CGI.
I have talked with one man who worked in the Defense Intelligence Agency who told me, quote, Linda, our government has proof that 3 competing extraterrestrial civilizations have been mixing and matching genes to create all kinds of life forms on this planet for at least 270 million years, before the time of the dinosaurs. And there is something about that that has always made sense to me when you match up what people have said and the stories that are in books. And it may be that those are the 3 civilizations that the DIA guy meant when he said there have been 3 competing, grays, blondes, and the reptilian. But he went further and said the reptilians say and claim that they have been on Earth first. Sort of like the Garden of Eden story. And they resent the coming of the blondes and the grays, and that the 3 had been at each other's throats over this planet because it is an extraordinary planet, that it is really more like a laboratory. Well, if the grays showed up, let's say they're 3rd here, maybe they were late to this party, and they end up somehow stumbling into this Earth situation where the reptiles have already been here, the blonde Nordics are newcomers to the planet. It may make sense then that when you get to the 20th and the 21st centuries, you do have a lot of military people who have had missions with these, who say they think that the Nordics want to help us because they want the reptilians out. The grays, they think, may want to help us in a friendly way because they want to stay on a planet that they can cohabit with and survive. The blondes don't hate the grays, so they would be tolerated. But the blondes and the reptilians hate each other and want to annihilate, leaving the grays as a kind of strange neutral ground between the 2.
And it was like it was hacky, you know, and I did it purely for the money and to work with Martin Lawrence. Yeah. So I didn't do it for the purity of comedy, but I did it for the purity of work with Martin. But I believe that it was still more than money. Like, dang, I'm gonna get a big check, you know.
Yeah. And you mentioned the dress. It was a big conversation.
Yeah.
Did you get like slack when you wore the dress at that moment?
It was like, wasn't slack from people. Only Cat Williams. Cat Williams was trying to always say, Brandon, don't wear a dress.
He called you, or is this?
No, he was saying it in the media, so I thought he was heckling me. He was really trying to help me at the time. I didn't know that. I was immature.
Right.
I feel like, dang, why I'm trying to make it. Why you bashing me? And then he was trying to warn me, you know, don't get in the dress. So the awakened Brandon, you couldn't pay him $1 trillion to get in the dress.
Yeah. Was there like, how did they present that? Well, you knew right away you had to get in the dress.
I did the scene on Lottery Ticket.
Okay.
That scene on Lottery Ticket. After that, they were pushing his dress on me. It was something about that scene that touched a lot of people, and I think I was too real. I think they did the same thing like to Tupac. When you're too real, they start looking at you like, hold on, how'd this slip past us? Who's this guy? You know what I mean? And then it's like, you know what? Yeah, he might be a kid. Just put him in a dress.
What do you think the dress is about? Is it to tone us down, to tone that realness down?
I think the dress, personally, is a thing that was not in our culture to do. And I think everybody will want to put their culture on us. No, not to hate your culture or your God.
Mm-hmm.
If your God say you can put on a dress and your culture is normal for you, that you have the right as a human to choose that. But me, for my God and my culture, my ancient culture, we didn't do stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I was cursed by it. I believe it was a curse that went with that personally, because nothing went right since then. That's truthful. No one can tell me, hey man, you thinking too much, man. You see that, man? Everything went wrong. It's like everything went right. Everything went wrong when I put on that dress. I'm telling you, I lived it.
Yeah. Is there any like
even Martin, things went wrong when he did it too, because Martin is very anointed. Martin is a very strong man. And Dave Chappelle said that too. He said things about that too. And something, if you look at Martin's Arsenio Hall interviews, you look at him now, something's changed. You know?
Yeah, but Martin, I noticed that too.
It's not a shot, but something's changed.
No, he definitely had like.
When I was 5 years old, I told my parents that I was not from this planet. I teleported to the womb of my mom. I started to be visited by extra-dimensional beings called Anunnaki. There are some races of Anunnaki who want control on Earth, and there are some of them who want to live right Earth. So that's why we have a lot of conflict in our history, because they're behind the scenes. They are our ancestors.
You are saying that who is communicating with you is a current living version of the...
What if I told you I had contact with these guys in 2012? Would you believe me? I'm sure we all heard about what happened in Vegas, but this is about to happen to the whole world. Be prepared. These fake alien invasions is the last thing the government has over us. The world is about to come to an end. There is a clock that is rotating. That clock just stopped. All these events are just distractions because we are going to a greater shift. And what I mean a greater shift is we are really in Revelations. Everyone is about to see what has been hidden for thousands of years. I don't care if you close your eyes, you will see the truth. Even if you don't want to see the truth, you will see it. Everything in the Matrix is dealing with software upgrades. Everything has to have an upgrade. It was a time when religion people wanted Jesus to come back, and now woke people are waiting for these things to come back to save them. It's the same thing. We don't need no saviors. We save ourselves. The reason why they are doing all these distractions is because the earth is about to stop producing fruits and vegetables. This is really taking place right in front of our face. These governments know what's about to take place. They know, and deep down inside, we know there's about to be no more fruits and vegetables and food for us to eat. These people like this know that the earth is about to stop producing fruits and vegetables. This is... He said, these people like this is buying all of the farmland. Why do a scientist need farmland? They understand that they cannot evolve. We are supposed to turn our bodies into all light, but they can't evolve. So technology or transhumanism is the next step. Artificial intelligence. These fruits are not real. The meat in these laboratories are not real. They are for robots. They're trying to turn us into robots. And if you don't believe me, if someone dropped their cell phone and their cell phone fall and crack, they act like the world is coming to an end. But when someone trip and fall, they pull their cell phones out and laugh at them. We are losing our emotions because we are not vibing with the universe no more. Now he got a point. He got a point with that one. People just pull out their phone every time something bad's going on. Like, he's got a point. Everyone you see, we are sharing the same heartbeat. But what the Matrix did was they replaced the heart with the artificial mind. Now everyone is thinking the same and talking the same.